Hey guys, so we're back from our trip from Mexico. It was our first family vacation and it was so much fun, and I definitely recommend all of you who have babies under 2 years old or immobile babies, try and go on a vacation. Um, it was totally worth it. We thought at first like maybe, you know, like Daniel was so worried. He's like, it's gonna be all about the baby and like what are we gonna do there? But for me, like I'm home with the baby all day, so why not go be in a tropical place instead of sitting at home inside? Um, so I found it was totally worth it. Jackson loved it. He definitely loved the heat, laying on the beach every day, sleeping on the chairs, just loved it. I honestly found it almost easier being away, especially because, I mean, if your baby's like a homebody and likes to be in the same place, then it may not be for you. But I find Daxon does better when we're actually out doing stuff. If I stay home all day, he goes stir crazy. And so it was just way more enjoyable. Like we were out all day, there was stuff for him to look at, stuff for him to do. We got to lay on the beach. Yes, we had to take turns. I wasn't able to stay in the sun as long, things like that. But it was all good. It was such a nice experience, and it was just awesome. I don't know. I feel like I'm sitting so far away back there, so I'm gonna sit here instead. Um, so, anyways, our family vacation was great. I had a lot of you asking me what I brought with me, what I would recommend, what we needed for the baby, and I was gonna do this video before I left, but then I figured, it's probably more beneficial because I could have brought a bunch of stuff that we didn't even use. So I figured I'll do the video after, and now that we're home, I can tell you like what we used, what I wish I had, etc., etc. So I'll just start going through everything. I have my phone here so that I can like make sure I don't forget anything. I wrote down a list of like everything we brought. So I'll even give numbers just in case it's helpful for you guys. But first thing, I went and bought this is like, we use sleep sacks for Daxton. Like we have this thick one, which is I don't know what fabric, but it's like very thick and warm. So I brought this down to Mexico in case the rooms were freezing with air conditioning, but our room wasn't. So I just put him in PJs and then put this little light one on, which is like a summer sleep sack. I'll try and find the link to link it below, but it's Perlum Pin Pin and it's made of bamboo. So it's very lightweight. I bought this so that we can use it throughout the summer too. So that's what we used. I also brought some hooded towels, even though they have towels everywhere. So like we didn't even really need these, but it was just nice to have to like wrap him in right after we showered him or something in the hotel. This little hooded towel, the ones you probably already have. You can bring one. I also brought, like, you're not going to see what this is, and I'm not opening it because it's like the most confusing thing to get back in the thing. But it's like a little hut. Last time I was in Mexico, the resort we went to, it was so freaking busy. There was no way we could get shade, and so I prepared thinking maybe it would be the same way this time. Luckily, the resort was not that busy. There was way more beach space, more huts, etc. So we always had shade. But I brought this and I'll link it below so that you guys can see it because I do think it's beneficial to have. So it pops up and it becomes like a little hut for the baby so that they can lay in it. And you can also, if you're on the beach, dig out the bottom to fill it with water to keep them cool. And if they're like sitting and playing and they're older, it would also be good because then you can like sit in the water and play while he's right beside you instead of having to like bring him to the water. So I think it's pretty cool and like will be nice to have throughout the summer, and that's kind of why I bought it. But we brought it down, didn't have to use it once because we already had the shade and I was able, like, we were right there, so we would just put him on the chairs and then let him play there. And because we're right there, he's not rolling a ton, even though he did roll twice for his first time in Mexico. He did full rolls, so now I have to watch out and be way more careful. But yeah, we didn't end up using it. He just laid on the chairs. And then I also bought this thing. Can you see it? So it's like a swim floaty thing, and it has like a cover so that they're blocked from the sun, and it has toys and stuff, but he's a little young still to use all the toys. While he was in the water, he was just interested in being in the water. And this we found, I mean, it says 9 to 24 months. I didn't know that when I ordered it. It was really hard to find anything infant, like young infant, or like under 6 months. So this is what I bought, and I knew I can use it throughout the summer. But he could sit in it, But because he doesn't have full head control yet, when he would get lazy and want to put his head forward, the water is still right there. So like his face would go right in the water. So we still had to hold him while he was in it. We couldn't just like stand on the outside like how this lady standing on the outside of her baby. We couldn't do that. I had to hold his hands while he was in it, which is fine. It like protected him and it got him used to floating so he could move around on his own a little bit. But we just ended up not even using it and bringing him in the water ourselves and like floating him around and whatever. So, you know, both of those things, not super necessary, but they're really lightweight. Like if your baby's older, they're worth it to have, especially this little hut thing, just in case you didn't have shade. It's like a safe thing knowing that you have it. We also brought our stroller, which and we brought the pram piece, the one that lays down, because I figured again, if there was no shade, at least that has UV protection and would completely keep him covered. So I used that. We would bring him to the beach in that every day. There were lots of women with babies at the resort also who instead just use their baby wears. But I found like if I was getting sweaty and he was getting hot, to be right up against me and then not in clothes like would be very uncomfortable. And to be honest, a lot of the people that were using baby wear with their babies were constantly screaming, and I feel like it was because they were hot and uncomfortable. Especially because people would throw blankets over them to keep them covered, and it's like you're in 30 degrees, so it was probably very, very hot for those babies. So we honestly like would take Jackson's clothes off sometimes, let him hang out naked under a towel, wrap him up because of the wind. The breeze, it's very breezy in Cabo, where like if you're in Cancun or somewhere else, it's not as breezy, I find. But yeah, we would wrap him up naked and he loved it. And then we'd make sure his ears were covered because babies' ears are very sensitive. So we didn't want him to get like an ear infection, then flying on the plane would be a nightmare. So that is what we did. Since this is sitting here, I also brought this little activity center. It's very small and easy to take apart and pack with me. So if you have a small one, I recommend bringing one so that when me and Dan were like getting ready or hanging out or whatever, like wanted 5 seconds not holding him, we could throw him in the middle of the bed on that and he would just hang out and play, and it was good for something for him to do. So I bought little swim diapers and brought them down. Another mom messaged me and was like, if you're about to go overweight, you can also save space by like Mexico's pretty, they have a lot of stuff we have now. So like they have a Walmart, they have Costco, they have everything. And so you could just go down and buy your diapers there, and then that would save you space and weight in your suitcase. This is the first time ever I wasn't over 50 pounds by myself. Like when I was done packing my stuff, I was only at 35 pounds. That's like a miracle. Usually my suitcase alone is like 70. So packed way less for myself, was able to fit all of Jackson's stuff in my suitcase. And we brought some of these diapers down. They're shitty diapers. Like if we left them on, because like sometimes I'd put him in one because I knew we were going to go in the pool soon after, and I put him in one, and if I didn't go in the pool like right away, like it leaked almost always. So they're definitely just for use in the pool. I don't know how great they work, but worth having, I guess. And on the topic of swim stuff still, we brought 2 hats down. I think I lost one there because I don't know where it is. And it was like $25, which is really annoying. It was like those ugly kids hats that I was like, oh my god, those are so ugly, until I had children and I realized the importance of them. It keeps them protected, it keeps their neck protected, so it has like that hangy thing in the back and like the visor and ties under their head. We brought one of those, and then we also brought like another bucket one. All UV protection. We bought a rash guard thing, swim guard, because I didn't know that we couldn't go into the water, like the ocean at our hotel, but I bought this in case because you don't want all the sand getting in their little parts, so that if you are going to go to the beach and you're going to bring your baby in the water, get a swim guard, rash guard thing that is like a one piece. I got this from Walmart, I think. And then I got these little shorts, which have a built-in diaper, which is really nice, so that when you're just like quickly going to put them in the water, since you take the clothes off almost right away after, you slip these on, don't have to use one of those stupid swim diapers, and then pull them in the water and then pull them out. We also had like these little UV protector shirts. The annoying thing about the shirts and shorts is that like the shirts always ride up. That's what's great about the one pieces. But it was nice to have his arms covered, and like we only went in the water quickly, and so if we were walking around to and from somewhere holding him, it was nice he was fully protected. And then another pair of shorts. And I actually bought, instead of buying like 3 month or whatever, I bought 6-month and a little bit big so that he could at least fit him hopefully into our summer so that I don't have to go rebuy all this stuff because the swim stuff's actually pretty expensive for baby stuff. So yeah, that's what I bought. And I also use Think Baby sunscreen. I can link it below. I don't know where it is. So yeah, and I got that sunscreen because I did a bunch of research about it, about baby sunscreens, and like it says you're not supposed to use sunscreen before your baby is 6 months, but I think that's like a safe, common sense thing for people so that they don't load their baby in sunscreen and think it's safe to have them in the sun. But we still used it on all of his little areas that may see sun, but we kept him out of the sun for the majority of the trip, unless, you know, I wanted to take a picture with him on the beach. It was like, let's run out and get a picture and then put him back in the shade, but that's it. And then we bought like little washcloths and his bath stuff. We didn't have a bathtub, but that's fine. All we would do, me and Daniel would switch off. So like if I was in the shower, I'd pull him in, clean him in the shower, and then Daniel would dry him off or whatever. And it was really easy. You just rinse them. He had no diaper rash. Like he always has a little bit of redness in his butt crack, and the whole trip it was gone. And I think it was a combination of like being aired out all the time, getting in the pool, which helped clean it out, getting rinsed every day. So I don't know, but it was like completely gone. And then now that we're home again, I think it's because he's always in clothes and stuff that it's not as, there's still a little bit of redness. So we brought these cloths. Didn't really have to use them at all. Brought his like bath stuff. So like bath stuff. I'm meaning his like washing, whatever, body wash. And then we also brought just in case, like it's like a nose frida thing to suck boogers, like in case he got sick. We brought polysporin, some teething medication, like the Camilla stuff. I have it right here. I'll grab it. We've used this like a couple times with him. I don't find that I don't know if it really works or not. We didn't even use it while we were there. We didn't need to. He was like the most peaceful, easiest baby while we were there. He just loved it. So didn't need any of that. I also brought Tylenol because you never know. And Daxon was an angel on the plane. He didn't cry. We did use Tylenol on the way there and on the way back, just as like a precaution, because I would give him Tylenol and makes him a little bit sleepier, I think, and makes him want to eat from me more. So I wanted to make sure that I could nurse him on our way, what is it, like taking off and then coming down, descending, I don't know, descent, right? So I wanted to make sure that he would nurse both of those times. And by giving him Tylenol, he did. He nursed on our way up and then on our way down, and we never had issues. We never had ear problems. Yeah, we just didn't have screaming baby at all. He was an angel and super easy to travel with. So I brought all that medical shit down, even though we didn't use any. It was just a safe, you never know. So have your baby stuff with you because you may not be able to get it there. And if you do have a store in your hotel that carries this stuff, it's like the markup is insane. To buy sunscreen, because we ran out, it was $45 for a tube of sunscreen, and then it was like cheaper to buy 2 or whatever, so we bought a thing of aloe too, because I kept burning. I don't know why. I think there's like pregnancy hormones or something still in my body, because I have never been sensitive to sun. I'm not someone who burns. I can roast in the sun all day. It doesn't cause me issues. I was breaking out in a heat rash. I was barely in the sun, like maybe an hour and a half a day to like 2 hours, and I would burn, and that's super unlike me. So I don't know, I'm thinking like pregnancy hormone shit is still in my body, because it was really, really weird, and my skin was very sensitive. So just as a caution to all you moms, if you're used to being able to sunbathe, you may not be able to if your baby was just born, because that's what it was like for me. So I had to spend more time in the shade, which is probably good. Now that I'm getting older, I should care about my skin more, but side note, okay, back to baby. So we brought some sleeper pajamas, just like these onesie ones. And then I also brought, I brought 3 pairs, and no, I didn't. That's a lie. I think I brought 6. And so we put him these at night. Then I also brought some sweaters, so like a thicker one, a thinner one. And at night it did cool down, so it was worth it to have some sweaters. I brought about like 6 onesies, 6 or 7 of these little guys, just to throw him in. I also brought, what are they called? Like those wife beater style shirts, this cutoffs. For him, I brought him 2 of those, and we just kept re-wearing them. I didn't pack a ton of stuff because I was like, I really could rinse it out there and clean it if I had to, if you shit through it or something. So I didn't bring a ton of stuff. Just what we needed. In terms of diapers too, I don't know if I said this, but I brought 30 diapers and 2 packs of wipes. The 30 diapers were perfect to last us the entire trip. We came home with 2 extra. The wipes we almost ran out of also, so definitely bring 2 packs of wipes. So brought like a toy like this and a little one like this. So like small little things that we could use to entertain him at the beach or on the plane that are like quick to whip out and be like, oh hey, here's your lion, and like he'll be instantly entertained. And then this little guy is like a moving thing. It's just easy for him to grab, easy light stuff to pack. Oh yeah, I brought my pump with bottles, and then like a storage bottle, just because I knew I'd probably want to go out one night, and we were fortunate enough to have the grandparents there to watch him for a night, so we were able to go out and leave baby. So I pumped for like 2 days to make sure there was enough milk, and then we stored it in the fridge. As for cleaning, I forgot my bottle cleaner, but you don't want to use the water there anyways. So if you were gonna clean out, just say like, make sure you rinse it. Like what I did was I rinsed all of the stuff with cold water right away, and then asked them for boiling water to like help sterilize it, and that was good enough. Like, I don't know, it smelled clean. I rinsed it right away with like safe water and then boiled it. Like got them to give me a big bowl of boiling water, let it sit in it, and that was fine. We also didn't reuse the bottle, so I wasn't really worried about it. Just cleaned it when we got home. If you are gonna need bottles the whole time, I'm sure someone out there has a method to how they did it. So that's just what I did. I'm also not crazy concerned about germs. Maybe I should be. Like, you guys usually will tell me things that I'm not really worried about. Someone will give me feedback and say like, oh, this is why you should be worried about it. And so if any of you have some insight for why the germs are such a big deal, please let me know, because I'm not a germaphobe, but I'm like, oh, germs are good for babies. Builds their immune system. Like, that's my outlook. Of course, you need things clean, but I'm not crazy. Like, the fact that I rinsed it and then was able to boil it is good enough for me. We also brought sunglasses, didn't have to use them at all. They're also really annoying, like he hates them, so I just didn't push it. We brought some pants. We did bring some like dress up clothes, dress up, fancier, I don't know what the right word is, but like a dress shirt for him to go to restaurants, but they don't care what your babies are wearing, so you don't have to, but if you want your baby to look cute, then you can. We brought our car seat. You don't have to use a car seat in Mexico, so this is totally up to you. We brought it just because originally we had plans to go into town, and like it was going to be quite a bit of driving, and just for my own peace of mind, I figured, you know, first of all, how annoying is it to have to hold him for like an hour drive each way? So I'd rather have the car seat because he likes his car seat, so to put him in his car seat is easier for all of us. So we brought our car seat, and the place we flew with, which I think most airlines do this, you can bring 2 pieces of baby luggage for free. So like we brought our stroller, even though it was 2 pieces, it was still free. And then we were also able to bring our car seat, and they're so good about all baby stuff. Like they let you bring your car seat all the way up to, your stroller all the way up to the plane doors. You leave it there, they take it, and then they have it right back for you by the time you're getting off the plane on the other side. So like, we were treated, I swear, like royalty. It was like being treated celeb status, man, with a baby. They treat you so good. You get pushed to the front of the line. They're super helpful. They treat you better while you're on the plane. They really want to offer your like help and make sure that your flight is as comfortable as possible. So I love traveling with a baby. Got treated way better than I ever have. And in Mexico too, they're very, very nice about babies, and like everyone loves babies. Like a lot of the workers there have children themselves, and so everyone was just super nice about it, and no one complained about crying babies. It was usually like, oh, it was really, really nice traveling with a baby. Just trying to get this thing wrapped up because it's gonna be a long video. Yeah, and then I brought my baby wear. We didn't use it. Maybe if I would have had that like wild bird one, because it's fabric and it keeps them cooler because it's linen, I may have used that, but didn't need to. So also didn't get it. I ordered it before we left, but I didn't get it till after. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, traveling with a baby was amazing. I loved it. Would definitely do it again. If I had heaps and endless amounts of money, I would be going all the time because it was so good for me and Daniel to be able to hang out and connect again. Like, he works all the time. He's tired when he gets home, sees the baby for like a little bit. And me and him, it's just all about baby, where having that much time together was really good for our relationship, I think. Like, we got married 2 days before the baby was born. Didn't do the honeymoon thing. Like, we still plan on getting married, like a bigger wedding with a reception and a honeymoon. Like, we do plan on doing that eventually, but at this time, it's just like we don't know when to plan it for. It's like I could be pregnant again right now. We're hoping I'm not, but like it could be. Daniel's an idiot. While we were in Mexico, foolish. I'm not on birth control, and he, I don't know, tries to blame me, but like he's the one with the penis and the shit that comes out and impregnates people. So that's not my problem. That's on you, buddy. So yeah, I don't know. Could be pregnant again. We don't know. We're hoping. Our plan was to wait until baby was like closer to 2 to try again. But life will have its own plan. So I'm like, whatever. When I get pregnant again, I get pregnant again, and that's okay. Also, I love being pregnant, so I'm totally fine with getting pregnant again. That is a total side note. I'm sorry. Ramble. But yeah, that's everything we used. Oh, and my breastfeeding pillow. That was like a huge camera just cut off. But I also used my breastfeeding pillow, my little boppy thing. It was good for him to sleep on the plane, and then it also was super easy to carry around and breastfeed him in restaurants, on the beach, anything. It just was easy to quickly set up and have him lay there because he's very comfortable on that. And now he's at a phase where he gets fussy if he's not comfortable while he's feeding, and he won't feed. So that was really great to have. And if I think of anything else, I will write it down. I'll probably put this on my blog and then write about everything. And if you have any questions, let me know, comment below. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, and let me know what other videos would be helpful, and hope this video was helpful to you. And safe travels. Have so much fun on your family vacation if you do go. Go prepared that it's going to be different than all of your other vacations if this is your first baby, but that's okay. Embrace it and just like, enjoy the relaxation. So yes, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. See ya!